Hey party people, I hope you're ready for the Mobile Armored Strike Command. It's time to read. M.A.S.k, the Roteks. This is a awesome little book that I found at the thrift store. It is a super adventure book, and if you look on the back, they have a ton of other books in their various series of awesomeness, including Masters of the Universe, Princess of Power, Wheeled Warriors, GoBots, Conan, Defenders of the Earth, Inhumanoids, Centurions, and of course this and one more M.A.S.k book, but I was pretty stoked to find this. This is in fact an adaptation of an episode of M.A.S.k that I do not recall if I have seen, but I'm very excited to read it. Let's begin. M.A.S.k, the Roteks, written by Janet S. Anderson, illustrated by Joe Ewers. Shree! As Matt Tracker stowed the last of the gear in their motorhome, the sound of Scott's new bird caller ricocheted through the campsite. "See any eagles, Dad?" said Scott, peering up at the sky. "I don't believe what I do see," said Matt. With a crash, their motorhome was falling apart. A strange insect crawled out from under a pile of headlights and doors. It started chewing noisily. "Hey," said Scott, "that bug is eating our radio." Suddenly, their junked motorhome was alive with bugs all chomping away. "Metal-eating insects?" said Matt. "Help!" said T-Bob. "Then I'm next. Let's get out of here." Back home, the Peaceful Nations Alliance official on Matt's computer screen looked scared. "Those insects have escaped from a top-secret military lab," said the PNA official. "They're called Roteks. If M.A.S.k doesn't catch them in 12 hours, they'll multiply and destroy all metal everywhere." Matt punched at the computer. "Assemble Mobile Armored Strike Command," he said. "Brad Turner, Bruce Sato, Hondo McLean, Buddy Hawks, Alex Sector, Priority 1 Emergency. Report at once." Minutes later, the M.A.S.k team, answering the call of their beeping watches, was gathered at M.A.S.k headquarters at the Boulder Hill gas station. "Bugs that eat metal," said Brad. "Are you kidding?" "I wish I were," said Matt, "but bugs that can destroy the world are no joke." "Let's go then," said Alex. "M.A.S.k's first," said Matt. "Prepare to energize." As they made themselves ready, the energizing laser beam zapped down from the ceiling, striking each M.A.S.k with a powerful ray. Thunderhawk, Rhino, Condor, Firecracker, all the M.A.S.k vehicles rose into position. The bay doors of the garage swung open, and through them shot the members of the M.A.S.k team. The search for the Roteks was on. "First stop, what's left of the motorhome," said Matt. "There's not much. Now let's spread out and start hunting those hungry little devils. A prize, or a surprise to whoever finds the first one." "Surprise is right," said Alex. "The first one just found me. Help! Rhino's front axle just got munched in two." "Hold on," called Matt. "Thunderhawk, jet mode." But Thunderhawk was the second surprise. Barely lifting off, it spun back down into a crash. "Great," said Matt. "My guidance controls just turned into Rotek's lunch. And there it is, that nasty little bug." He grabbed the Rotek and pushed it into a plastic box. "Get them, everybody," Matt yelled. "Get them off your vehicles and into plastic." "Too late," yelled back Hondo. "They've got us. Firecracker just fizzled out in a stream." Round 1 to the Roteks, said Alec, but at least we've captured a couple of the scouts. He looked at one closely. Let me study the ultrasonic vibrations they give off, and we'll be able to find their nest. It wasn't long before Alex was marking the spot where the nest had to be. Good work, said Matt. Ready, team? Blaster, on, said Hondo. Lifter, on, said Bruce. A cube of earth lifted up and dropped away from the Rotek's nest. It was a plastic crate full of insects. That's no nest, said Matt. That crate was buried by somebody. A helicopter rattled the trees above them. It's Miles Mayhem in Switchblade, Matt shouted. Masks down and heads up. A Stinger rocket came blasting towards them. Hondo's mask flashed out a laser beam and the rocket exploded in midair. Masks and vehicles clashed wildly. Condor against Switchblade, Thunderhawk against Jackhammer. In the chaos of battle, no one noticed that the plastic crate had overturned, releasing a swarm of Roteks. Keep at it, M.A.S.k, shouted Matt, blasting Jackhammer with his laser cannon. We've got to hit V.E.N.O.M with everything we've got. But a minute later, he saw that soon they might not have anything. The Roteks were everywhere. Mayhem laughed as the M.A.S.k vehicles began to collapse. Okay, Matt said. You like Roteks so much? You've got them. Lifter, on, shouted Bruce, and 2 crates of Roteks went flying towards Jackhammer and Piranha. As the Roteks swarmed out, Mayhem grabbed an electronic box and flipped some switches. Lights flashed and an antenna began to spin. Suddenly, all the Roteks stopped munching. They formed into rows and began marching towards the plastic crate. It's Pied Piper time, said Mayhem. These Roteks are mine. Oh, great, said Matt. And when those Roteks multiply in 4 hours, he'll have millions of them. He looked around at the wrecked vehicles and the discouraged M.A.S.k team. Bruce, he said, can you rebuild Thunderhawk now? From broken wings, said Bruce. Flight can come. I'll try. Everybody, help him, said Matt. Alex, we've got to find what frequency Mayhem is using to control the Roteks. Otherwise, he'll control the world. Time is running out. Will the Thunderhawk fly? Matt asked. Bruce, covered with grease, nodded. You've got power and guidance control. No lasers, though, and the landing gear is shot. I'll chance it, said Matt. Thunderhawk, jet mode. Bruce put on his mask. Lifter, on, he said. Thunderhawk rose shakily, hesitated, and then blasted off. The men cheered. Spectrum, on, said Matt. Now, let's go take Switchblade for a ride. Bullets began to fly. Matt dodged them and dove down on Switchblade. His Spectrum mask kept up a steady stream of changing frequencies. Jet mode, shouted Mayhem. He roared away, Matt hot on his trail. None of these signals is the right one to attract the Roteks, Matt said desperately. Shee! And then, something in the sound of his shrilling jets jolted his memory. Scott's bird caller, he said. When he blew it this morning, the Roteks appeared. Rex, get me Scott. Get me that frequency. As Matt finished radioing, he felt a jolt. Piranha's lasers had ripped open Thunderhawk's fuel tank. Matt fought for control, but the powerless jet sank, hit the ground, and flipped over onto its roof. M.A.S.k calling Scott! M.A.S.k calling Scott! Scott, in his playroom, was looking disgustedly at the brick fort the terrified T-Bob was building around himself. He ran to the command console. "M.A.S.k needs me?" Inside Thunderhawk, Matt hung upside down, caught in his shoulder harness. As Switchblade moved in for the kill, Alex's voice crackled through the radio. "We've got the frequency from Scott's bird caller, transmitting now." Shree! Spectrum blasted out a shrill shriek. Inside Switchblade, an army of Roteks swarmed out of their plastic cage. Minutes later, the helicopter lay in ruins, and Mayhem and the Venom crew were running for their lives. Quickly, the M.A.S.k team cut Matt free. Now, Spectrum sounded a different pitch, and the Roteks marched obediently out of the junk pile of the Venom vehicles and back into their cage. "No more munching for you guys," said Matt. "I'm putting you on a diet." The end. Adventure, excitement. That's M.A.S.k for you, people. What a fun and funny little story that was. I liked how the M.A.S.k team never gave up. That's Matt for you, Matt Tracker. And Spectrum. Just the best. But still, I gotta say, completely honestly, T-Bob is like not my favorite character. Like, I know Scott is well-meaning, and like technically T-Bob is there to protect him. I think that's what he's there for. But more often than not, he just causes trouble, I find. So not super impressed with T-Bob. Otherwise, though, a very good story, lots of fun. I think I would like to watch this episode at some point. What did you think? Did you have a favorite part? Let me know in the comments down below. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.